messy Bible moments, from unholy mess to holy mercy.
Genesis 41. Pharaoh was having nightmares. Nobody's got answers. Then the cupbearer remembers Joseph, late but right on time. Joseph steps out of prison, shaved, clean, ready. Don't miss that. He prepared in private. Before Joseph ever wore authority, he wore silence. 2 years of nothing, no applause, no progress report, just walls and routine. And hear this, growth doesn't always look like movement. Sometimes it looks like stillness that's building muscle you don't see yet. God was strengthening his patience so power wouldn't corrupt him later, because if Joseph had left early, he would have been emotional. He left ready. Joseph didn't just answer a dream, he answered a crisis. That room wasn't spiritual, it was political, economic, national survival on the line, and Joseph walks in, fresh out of prison, talking strategy to a king. See, when preparation meets opportunity, your past loses its voice. The same man who couldn't get remembered is now being listened to by royalty. Pharaoh looks at Joseph and says, "I heard you can interpret dreams." And Joseph, fresh out of prison, doesn't puff his chest, doesn't claim genius, doesn't play hero. He says, "It is not in me. God will give Pharaoh the answer." That line right there, that's humility standing in the throne room. That's God flipping the script. He says, God will give the answer. Not, "I got this." He kept the credit straight. Then Pharaoh starts talking. "I was standing by the Nile, and out of the river came 7 cows, healthy, thick, strong. They fed in the reeds. Then 7 more cows came up, but these looked like famine wearing skin, bones showing, eyes hollow, and the skinny cows, they swallowed the healthy ones whole. But after eating them, they were still starving." The room was quiet. Then Pharaoh says, "I dreamed again. 7 heads of grain, full, golden, strong. Then 7 thin heads, scorched by the east wind, rose up and swallowed the good grain. 2 dreams, same message, different symbols, and Pharaoh admits no one can explain it." Now watch Joseph. He doesn't rush. He doesn't panic. He stands steady, because truth doesn't need theatrics. Joseph says, God has shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 healthy cows are 7 years. The 7 healthy heads of grain are 7 years. They are the same dream. He pauses. The 7 thin cows and the 7 scorched heads of grain are 7 years of famine, severe famine, so severe that the years of plenty will be forgotten. Let that land. Joseph is telling the most powerful man alive, good times are about to expire, and then he goes further. He doesn't just interpret, he strategizes. He says, appoint a wise man, store grain during the 7 years of abundance, build reserves, prepare now, because survival will depend on planning. See the shift? Joseph moved from dream interpreter to national advisor in the same breath. He didn't just explain the future. He offered a solution. That's the moment the room changes. That's when Pharaoh stops seeing a prisoner and starts seeing a leader. Pharaoh makes him second in command. From cell to seal. From chains to champion. Imagine the emotional collision. Years of betrayal. Years of silence. Years of unanswered questions. And now they're standing in front of him asking for food without knowing they're begging the very brother they tried to bury. That's not revenge fuel. That's revelation. God didn't just restore Joseph. He orchestrated a reunion so healing could happen face to face. Famine hits. Guess who shows up hungry? The brothers. Life got a sense of humor. Joseph recognizes them. They don't recognize him. Power changes posture. He tests them. Not petty, protective. Healing needs truth. Joseph steps away and cries because strength doesn't erase scars. He had authority, but he still had memories. Power doesn't delete pain. It just gives you the choice not to be ruled by it. Some of y'all think healing means forgetting. No. Healing means remembering without bleeding. Then the reveal. I'm Joseph. Room goes silent. Guilt shows up late, but loud. And here's the line that flips history. You meant it for evil. God meant it for good. Not denial. Redemption. Forgiveness ain't weakness. It's strength without revenge. Check yourself. Don't let pain rewrite your purpose. Some pits are promotions. Some prisons are pathways. And some betrayals, they're bridges. Listen close, because this is the heartbeat of the whole story. You don't go through pits just to survive them. You go through pits to see who you are without applause. You don't go through prisons just to endure them. You go through prisons to build discipline without recognition. And you don't get elevated just to look important. You get elevated to become useful. Joseph's story isn't about luck. It's about alignment. The betrayal didn't break him. The silence didn't shrink him. The power didn't poison him. That's maturity. You might be in a season where nobody sees you. Nobody thanks you. Nobody remembers you, but heaven does. And when your moment comes, you won't just be ready, you'll be unshakable.
Messy Bible moments from unholy